Are you done watching detachment videos over and over again? You're watching it and you're still feeling stuck. Like you keep letting go, but somehow it keeps pulling you back in. Welcome to this video, because this right here, this is the depth your soul has been waiting for. This is the part no one talks about. And this is why detachment never really worked for you. People always talk about detachment like it is a strategy. But honestly, it is not about walking away. It is even not about letting go. It is about saying goodbye, not to them, but to the version of you that kept trying to earn love by holding on. Because you see, most people think that detachment means you're removing yourself from a person, a dream, a situation, but that is not what's really keeping you stuck. You're not stuck because of them. You are stuck because of the story your mind built around them. The story that whispered, if I lose this, I will lose myself. And that's the illusion. And that point exactly there, that's the real attachment. Because you are not fighting the person, you are fighting the collapse of who you thought you were when they were still there. So you don't detach from people and things, you have to detach from the illusions that lives underneath them. The illusion that love has to come from someone else. The illusion that peace will come when life finally gives you what you want. The illusion that your worth depends on being chosen. That is why detachment never worked for you. Because you have been trying to let go of what you could see, instead of what's been running the show, running you underneath. So that is not the person, that is the projection. That is not the dream, but that is the dependence. It is not the desire, but it is the escape. So you're not chasing love, you are chasing relief. A relief from that feeling of emptiness. It is the same with peace. When you're chasing peace, you're not chasing peace. You're chasing control and you're calling it peace. Healing and detachment are not opposites. They are like partners. I always say you have to detach in order to heal, but you have to heal in order to detach. Because when you detach without healing, you will just keep suppressing. And when you're healing without detaching, you will keep yourself stuck in a loop in the same story over and over again. Real detachment happens when healing makes holding on unnecessary, when you no longer need the illusion to feel safe inside of yourself, when you no longer feed that illusion. That is the moment where you stop fighting life and you will start flowing with it. And you know what I realized? You don't let go because you stop caring. If it was that easy, come on guys, we wouldn't be in this video right now. Apparently it is not that easy. But you let go because you finally understand what is running the show. You finally see what you were trying to prove through it. And that is when everything starts to shift. That is when everything started to shift for me. Because I realized it is not detachment from the symptoms. That's not the real detachment. There is something going on underneath. And that is the key to really detach. And when you get to that point, when you understand it and when you see through it, that is when the illusion, when the story breaks, that is when you stop fighting what already ended. And it is the moment where you finally start asking what it was trying to show you. Because the truth is, that person, that dream, that chapter, it didn't leave to hurt you. It left to free you. It left to reveal the part of you that still needed healing. And when you finally dare to sit there in silence, you realize that the chaos you've been trying to fix was never chaos at all. I call it the initiation, because when there is chaos, there is no energy and room anymore to hold all the masks and all the fakeness. That is when the real you comes true. And it's the moment where life strips away all the masks so you can finally meet yourself again. And that, my friend, that is what real detachment is. It is not coldness. It's not fighting the surface reality. It is being so clear about what is going on. So it is not coldness. It is clarity. It is not the distance you keep. It is the true you connect to. So I will describe it that it is like standing in the middle of what you thought would save you and still realizing like you're still here, you're still breathing, you're still whole. And that is the moment where you realize it was you all along. So when I went through my own detachment season, I thought I was losing everything. But now when I look back, I see that I was just being emptied of everything that was never truly mine. So back then I labeled it as a loss. But now when I have to relabel it, I would say liberation, because you don't lose what's meant for you. You lose what was never real. You get freed of what was never real. You lose what keeps you unconscious. And that is what I call awakening. This is your awakening. Everything was leading you to wake up. So if detachment never worked for you before, this is why. Because you were trying to escape the mirror instead of facing what it was showing you. You don't detach to manifest, my friend. You don't detach in order to attract a surface level outcome. No, you detach to awaken. You detach because everything you've ever loved, lost, or longed for was never meant to complete you. It was trying to show you the whole time. It was meant to wake you up. And when you finally see that, you don't have to force detachment anymore, because it will happen just naturally, because the story ends, the illusion fades. And that is the moment where your soul will be like, oh, finally, I can exhale. This was it. It was an invitation to go deeper to the healing part. So in that moment, you say goodbye to the old. It's a goodbye to the old. It's a thank you to what it taught you. It is a bow to the illusion that shaped you. And I will call it, that is a return to your truth, to what's truth. Because detachment was never about letting go. It is about remembering who you were before you thought you need anything to feel whole, to feel happy, to feel at peace. And that is the moment where you realize detachment is not walking away. Detachment is the point where you finally come home. Okay? Let this message sink in. When I realized this, I was like, oh my gosh, what a shift. So I hope that this video resonates. I hope that this video will find everyone who's trying to force detachment, because it was never about that. So I hope my video resonates. Let me know in the comments if it does. Leave the word shift. Like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it. I really want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for walking this path with me. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.